Hello folks, it's me, the Cyber Ripper. I'm going to go ahead and start this next Let's Play. Take a little bit more of a peaceful approach, listen to that nice, soothing flute music. And in case you couldn't tell by the title of the game, I'm going to be doing The Wind Waker. Another thank you to my friend Alex who lent me this game, because this is along with Paper Mario. And I will be playing through these, and giving them back obviously when I'm done. So I figured, since I'm doing Paper Mario, why not do this one as well? So let's go ahead and press start. Anyways, yes, of course I figured what better way to do this, like I said, than to do a Let's Play of these games. Of course, I'll probably do a couple in the future with other games that I own. And a story about this game. I never actually beat it. I played it for a little while back in the day, but not a lot, and it's been ages since then. So today we begin my new playthrough of it that I haven't done in ages. So it's kind of partially blind. Anyways, let's not make haste. And of course, because this is a Legend of Zelda game, it is appropriate that we always do on the first playthrough, naming and music. Now I'm gonna be perfectly honest, this first part is cutscenes you've probably seen a million times, so you can I would not be offended if you just skip through this part at all, so yeah. Instead, I think I'll just do a dramatic reading if you decide not to leave. Long ago, there existed a king. Okay, fuck, that was too fast. It was a prosperous land, blessed with green forests, tall mountains, and peace. But one day, a man of great evil found the golden power and took it for himself. With its strength at his command, he spread darkness across the kingdom. But then, when all hope had died, and the hour of doom seemed at hand, a young boy, clothed in green, appeared as if from nowhere. Wielding the blade of evil's bane, he sealed the Dark One away, and gave the land light. This boy, who traveled through time to save the land, was known as the Hero of Time. The boy's tale was passed down through generations until it became a legend. But then, a day came when a fell wind began to blow across the kingdom. The great evil that all thought had been forever sealed away by the hero once again crept forth from the depths of the earth, eager to resume its dark designs. The people believed that the Hero of Time would again come to save them. But the hero did not appear. Faced by an onslaught of evil, the people could do nothing but appeal to the gods. In their last hour, as doom drew nigh, they left their fortune in the hands of fate. What became of that kingdom? None remain who know. The memory of the kingdom vanished, but the legend survived on the wind's breath. On a certain island, it became customary to garb boys in green when they came of age. Clothed in the green of fields, they aspire to find heroic blades and cast down evil. The elders wished only for the youths to know courage like the hero of legend. Beautiful story, I must admit. Absolutely wonderful. And now begins the actual adventure of the Wind Waker. And I'll be honest, I love the atmosphere of Wind Waker. That's one thing I always thought was cool about it. And a lot of really lovable characters. And somehow, the young girl screaming translates to Big Brother. You've gotta love 3D Zelda games. This is how you know you start out a good Zelda game. You find Link laying his ass on a gigantic thing like that. A giant tower by the ocean, just dozing off. What was nice about this game is it felt as if the characters had such a lighthearted feel to them at times. It feels much more lighthearted, like, character-wise, as I was saying. It just makes them very, very enjoyable, especially with this nice cartoony atmosphere. A lot of people I know were against the art style of this game, but I'm gonna be honest, it works so well. If you take away the goofiness and look at it even without it, it's still, from what I've heard, everyone tells me, from my experience, it's a good game. I always thought the atmosphere and art style made it a little charming. And this music is just so great. Now then, let's go swimming, shall we? Just swimming through the ocean. Right by the islands. Going to visit my grandmother on my birthday. And also, keep in mind, if I do this a lot, it's because that's the inner impatient me coming in. Because rolling is actually the fastest way to move in this game. Oh look, money. It's my birthday. I think I can afford to take it. So then, my grandmother wants to see me. I think it's only appropriate that I go visit her. She probably has good birthday things for me. Also, just want to make a note, when I jumped off the side of the tower, that was intentional because Pete's walking across the bridge and stuff like that. I've been waiting for you, Link. Try these on. But I like those PJs so much. Look at the look of hesitation on Link's face. Apparently in the Japanese version of this game, you can actually play through with your PJs for a portion of the game longer. God, I just love the look of just pure... I really don't want to be wearing this that Link's face has. He just looks so uncomfortable. Soup! Better go get Arrow. Or Arrow, or Ariel. I really don't know how to pronounce that. If somebody knows that, I'd really appreciate it. And there's the first injury accident thing of my birthday, because you can't have a successful birthday without one. Oh boy, pigs. These are more fun to grab than cuckoos. Come here. It's my birthday. Let me pick you up. I want to be your friend. Oh, forget it. It's okay. Probably put pork in my soup anyways. There's the obligatory hit L and talk to me person in the 3D Zelda games. Because they give you the same tutorial in every single game, I swear to God. It's great. Zelda's a formula that's just repeated over and over again, and yet it just works. And that's the magic of it. It's just like Mario. Somehow it just manages to be fun every time. Oh my God, I'm terrible. I want that rupee though. Normally I just brush off and say, okay, it was a happy accident, not a big deal. But it's my birthday, and big money. And do you know what people get with big money that they get on their birthday? They get gratuitous rewards of life, like fine cuisine, and delicious cakes, and women, of course. So, we'll do this a little less half-assed like I've been doing and actually try and get there. Yeah, that's the big money I'm looking for. With 16 rupees, I've almost got enough to buy that trippy-ass stuff that they put inside of Deku Nuts. Let me tell you, it'll be a real party after that. Some of that with Grandma's soup. And thus begins the long climb of adventure. Oh. See, what I like is, it feels this charming atmosphere is just so great because most Zelda games have you dragging out doing a lot of nothing in the beginning. And a good example of how tedious and boring that can be is Twilight Princess. The introductory portions of it are quite annoying. And thank you for reminding me of that, my oh so lovable sister. But yes, it feels nice because it's such a charming setting right now that it's not as bad doing this nothingness. What a great present. See, unlike those clothes, Link looks really happy that he's getting that telescope. Oh, it's a most precious possession, and look at her face, it's just so happy. Alright, and I get to test out my telescope by equipping it to my buttons. Much like every single 3D Zelda game. Time to go look at the house. Oh my goodness. Yes, I was, but for some reason just like decided. Wow, I can't control this. This is the downfall of shitty third-party controllers. I'm actually using a Hydro controller and it has really bad dead zones. So, yeah, that's why I was shaking around violently, I'm sorry. Oh, and look, a random female, and now I'm feeling glad that I got that money. Because when I rescue this female, she'll be in the presence of a man who rescued her, and also has money. And this introduces another part of Wind Waker I was always fond of, the pirate crew. You know, normally somebody wouldn't survive a fall like that. Tetris must be really unconscious to not be aware of the velocity she's falling at. dangerous to go alone. Take this with you. I'm going to need a weapon of some sort. Is this where I get the sword? I don't remember, but we're going to find out anyways. What's nice about this game is it actually introduces a sword tutorial for you. Granted, you know it's a little annoying if you've played the game several times, which I haven't, so this is nothing. But nonetheless, it's nice, because it gives you an idea of how to attack and such. And pretty much every Zelda from this point on did the same thing. 3D Zelda anyways. I haven't played Minish Cap, so I can't speak for that. Although admittedly I'd like to play Minish Cap at some point. God, I forgot. Oh yeah, that's right. That's where you go to save Tetra. I need to go to the guy who has the sword. That sick child needs to stop following me around. I may be a hero, but I'm not the hero you need today. For there is a pirate chick waiting for me to save her. Is this the right place? I can't remember. Ah, yes. This guy. Yes, I've come for very serious instruction. Show me the ways. I love that. Alright. Alright. Vertical slashing. Oh, did not mean to do that. Well, he shouldn't be so mad because my attack was still vertical, wasn't it? See, it was accepting of an attack that was clearly not vertical. Thrust. Oh my god, that was bad. I guess the camera just turned just right enough. Oh, you're kidding! I pushed up. Get out of here. Are you? Why does it do this? This must be just very bad positioning. Best spin attack ever. Oh my, no. That was my fault. Alright. I always thought that was a neat addition. Was the parry attack? Okay, I can't explain why that didn't work. I always thought it was cool. Kinda gimmicky, but cool nonetheless. Come at me, he says. Do you even lift, I say. Wow, what a nice guy. He actually has faith in me. Of course I don't. It's dangerous to go alone. So he gave this for me to take with me. I love that so much. That's just so quirky and awesome. And now it's time for me to go slaughter forest animals for a pirate girl. Oops. Oh well, swimming is good for your physique anyways. And then the sick child still follows me. He doesn't understand that I'm still not the hero he needs. The hero he needs is the local village doctor to remove that sinus infection of his. Now then, there's a lot of trees. I believe the diplomatic solution would be to spin and shred them all over the place. And the sign, but that's because this is a Zelda game. And that's totally unavoidable. And I believe it's across the bridge that I need to go. Alright, and into the cave. The cave where the adventure only continues. And there is the pirate girl. I believe it's time to save her. But before I do, if I'm correct, there's some rupees around here that would be most wonderful right now. There we go. Wait, yep. It takes a certain amount of hits to take out one of these guys. Wait, that's not right, is it? There's a treasure chest, I know, I just saw it. But where did it go? Am I passing it, really? I will not let my violence go without excuse. If I'm correct, it's up here. Unless, of course, I'm just an absolute moron. Did I really just fight for no reason? Really? I hope I'm not just, like, completely missing it completely. I would be very upset if that was the case. Oh well. It looks like there's a red rupee in there, so that makes up for it. Can I get in there? Oh, yeah, crouch is R. I forget about that. Alright. Now that we've got the extra money, because I'm sure we're gonna need it at some point, because this is a Zelda game. And buying something is always necessary at some point, it feels. And then cue the random birds carrying minions. Because that's just Zelda-ish. Oh goodness, I got distracted, I had a text message. These guys just need to get off my case. Oh well, at least the combat is better than how it, the sounds remind me of the combat in Star Fox Adventures, but that's Star Fox Adventures, and we're gonna drop the conversation from this point on about it. Aw, poor Tetra fell and got hurt. She... What's with that getup? That pirate. What a good crew member. Thought she'd perished? No kidding. Hey, what about this boy with the weird getup? Wow! How rude! I just saved your ass and she just is like, how dare she? It's my birthday, how could you? Aw, and she's sitting there waiting for him. That's so cute. I can't wait to see this get redone in HD. It's also a great time for me to be doing this replay, or this playthrough, because we've got the HD version of this game coming out in due time. And then it just gets really sad. And Link thinks he's some superhero. Gotta love this part. He just completely ignores the fact that there's a cliff there. Stupid kid. There's ever so optimistic Tetra. And Link has that face of, well, fuck. And it's a shame this is all happening on his birthday of all days. The look of surprise is insane. And just adds to the very just lovable atmosphere of this game. And the lines like that. And here comes the inevitable Birdman. All I mean to say is that you big bad pirates had come to this quiet little island. I'm not sure if their existence had anything to do with that, but it might have just been coincidence. Sorry. Oh yes, the girl-snatching bird. It's time to call Chris Hansen to get on the case. Pretty sure it was Link. Oh my goodness, he has so many points. I believe that before he was a postman, this bird was a lawyer. Doesn't matter because that cheap little sword's going to be useless as soon as I get to Forsaken Fortress. She makes it very clear that you need to go grab a shield, just like any character does in a Zelda game when you need a necessary item. Alright, I guess at this point we will stop our adventure for today. Anyways, I am the Psych Ripper, and look forward to the next part of the Wind Waker.